Yeah! G'day two-wheel adventurers, and welcome back for part 2 of this Fraser Island adventure. Now if you missed out on part 1 guys, be sure to check that one out before you watch the rest of this so you can find out how we got to where we are right now. But basically we made it to the west coast of Fraser and made camp at Bowaradi Creek for the night. It was a beautiful spot to watch a west coast sunset. But the plan for today is to get all the way to the very tip top of Fraser Island, up to the beautiful Sandy Cape region. But firstly, to do that, we've got to tackle the soft sand on the inland tracks to get back over to the east. And then on our way north, we have the infamous Nagala Rocks to contend with. It's a great little challenge, and we're all keen as to get up there and give it a go. But even before all of that, we have the unexpected challenge of getting past Bowaradi Creek, as we have a high tide this morning. We are unsure if we can get through, but we're all up for the challenge. Let's get into today's adventure. Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, beautiful camp there, Bowaradi Creek I think it's pronounced. Got to cross over here and hope we can get across down at the next point. Yay! One through. Came down earlier and walked through it with Bryce just to check it, because last night's high tide was a lot higher than this, and so this one's not as high. But last night that would have been probably another almost half a metre deeper. Well done boys. There's no warm-up beach sand riding, you're just straight into the thick of it. But this part I'm not sure if we'll get through. We'll see.
That looks a lot deeper.
Yeah, where did we cross? Here or up there further? Yeah, well the tide would be up higher than it was yesterday when we got here. Yeah, that's way deeper there. That's a bit much there. It's a bit touch and go in there guys. It's yeah, be a bit risky. It's probably not too deep to do, but the base is super soft and just sinks, so it might not look that deep, but it gets deeper. James reckons he's got a spot here like this. Oh, holy crap, this here all looks way shallower. The only problem is we've got to pick our way up on the other side. There's some rocks in the way. I can't even get out of here.
It's not as deep.
Cruise through the shallows around the rock.
Yeah. Oh, just go over the top of it. There's like guts in between them all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I reckon straight up and then sit there and wait for us all to get over, and then we'll cruise down and suss the rocks out. How's the base feel? Reasonably solid?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, good. What? Yeah, it's got shallow areas there, so. Oh, it got a bit deeper than I thought it was gonna at the end. Very soft. It's the last metre is deep, but it's not deep enough to swallow you. Oh.
He's gonna cut.
Well, it was going to cut.
Yeah, because I don't have my carb venting above the seat.
Oh, right. One to go. I'm sure he's a bit nervous because I sure was. I didn't realise the last 2 metres dropped in, but he should be fine. I just said the last 2 metres is deepest, so just give it a bit of throttle to punch it up this hill. So if you do drop it, it's on the sand and out of the water. Keep going, I'll push you. Nice work, mate.
You're out.
Well done, boys. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah, that last bit's a bit average. I wasn't expecting it when I got to it either. Well, now we've got to get our way around the rocks, eh? Now the next mission. He's trying his boots out. Can we pick through the rocks or do we just drop into the water? I'll have a look. It's doable, obviously, because James is just sending it through already. There's a few spots that I might struggle to hop over some rocks, but it's definitely doable. He's making it look so easy. Yeah, buddy, nailed it. Alright, back for me to have a go. At least there's a nice line I can follow now, because I thought about going around here just in the shallows, but it's really deep there, so that ain't happening. So after watching James glide across the top of these rocks without too much trouble, both Bryce and myself were quietly confident we could do the same. It did take both of us a little bit longer to get through this section, but a bit of persistence, a little bit of teamwork between each other, and we eventually got the job done. But as you're about to see, guys, I definitely made a meal of this section at the start of it. Let's see how bad I am at this. I'm bad at this. Oh no, I broke my blinker. Oh well. Damn it. Oh, bloody blinker. Put him in here for now. I'll try, but no promises. So in around about half an hour, all of our hard work had paid off. We were all through this tough rocky section and we were all now on the other side of the creek, so we could continue our ride down the beach. It really was our only option here this morning. We could have sat around and waited a couple of hours to cross the creek down closer to the mouth where it meets the ocean. But later this afternoon, when we get up to the northern point of the island, we need to be there on low tide so we can get to our camp spot that we've booked for the night. So we really didn't have that time to sit around and wait. So we all continued on from here, but it wasn't too much further along where some problems that I had yesterday started to rear their head once again. What the heck? My whole brake caliper has now come off. Are you kidding me? I tightened that up yesterday. How is it off already? What? And I had a zip tie as well. Is this a joke? I know the zip tie wasn't a guaranteed, but that other bolt was still in there. How did it come out? I'm so confused right now. I'm still perplexed as how it come off again when I had a bolt still in there. It was tight and I had a zip tie on the bottom, and we only did like 5k's of riding, if that. So I've zip tied it up here again because it's all I got. I don't have any other spare bolts or anything like that. It's on there loosely. As I said yesterday, I don't need the front brake. Obviously nice to have, but in sand you don't really need to be on it much anyway. So I'm going to try and remember, as hard as it'll be, I'll try and remember not to use it unless it's an emergency and I really need to stop, and I'll get on it. But maybe hitting the front brake is what's just ripping those zip ties out. But the old bike's copping a bit of a flogging. The bike busts are here dangling around, front brake caliper on there like that. We will putt our way along and see how we go. Well, today's turning into one of them days, guys. This caliper has come off again. The zip ties could not hold it, so I pretty much have no other option but to take this thing off and just not use it. I wanted to zip tie it up somewhere, but I can't. It's too bulky, too heavy. I can't put it on the forks there because they're constantly going up and down, so it'll just rattle off again. I think I'm just gonna unbolt it from the brake line, let that fluid go wherever it wants, and yeah, I have to chuck this thing in my luggage and have no front brake for the rest of this ride. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to keep stopping. The only other thing is, unless I keep fixing it until I get to the eastern beach, because I think it's just these bumps and all the tree roots that are in here that just keep smashing it. So maybe I should just zip tie it again and just try and get to the end of this, and then it'll probably be all right for the rest of the eastern beach stuff. But yeah, stand by, I'll let you know what happens. Hey guys, on the move again. I have just unbolted the whole caliper system. James just came back to find me and he suggested it. Well, he said just unbolt it and chuck it up on top of the tool bag on the fender for now, and maybe get out of all this inland crap, try and zip tie it back on down the bottom maybe if I want. But yeah, I like that idea better than I was going to just fully undo the line and everything and never be able to use it again. But we'll see, because I think it's just all these sharp bumps, tree roots and whatnot that are just destroying the zip ties. So hopefully out on the beach we'll be right. A little bit to go. Hopefully get out there soon. I'm getting pretty hungry. I'd like to stop in somewhere and have a bite. See yous out there. So after a little while longer, we finally popped out onto those eastern beaches. It was a welcome sight to see the wide open beach with the tide running out and seeing all that hard packed sand that we're going to be able to ride on the way north. After all those inland tracks, it was going to be a welcome change to just cruise along the beach and enjoy all the scenery. So we made a quick pit stop into Cathedrals on Fraser on our way past, just to get a bite to eat and so James could top up his bike with fuel. He's only got the standard tank on that bike, so wherever there's some fuel we're going to stop in so we can keep it topped up. And while we were there, I took the chance to check out the brake caliper again. I chucked some more zip ties on, hoping that this would get me by along the eastern beaches, being that the eastern beaches are a lot smoother riding than those inland tracks. I hoped it would get me by, but as you'll see later on the video, guys, it was a bit of an ongoing issue, so you'll find out more about that later. But for now, let's keep making our way north. Let's go. Indian Head. It wasn't too bad last time I was here, but you never know. It's always going to be soft being a oh mate's got his fishing line on the ground. I ran over the damn thing. Oh, did you see his fishing line on the ground?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what the hell?
I seen the fishing line. Oh, what was going on?
Yeah, I don't know how, because he had the rod and he had the fish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He just must have wound it all the way in.
Yeah. There's just a little inland bit here. But it doesn't go very far. Should be sweet, mate. You're a pro now.
Down.
I'll let Bryce get a bit of a start on it, see how he goes. It's soft. Yes, speed is your friend. How nice is this?
How good is that?
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
You can even see like little pictures.
Yeah. This spot is absolutely beautiful. Indian Head. Do not want to leave. So we had one last inland track to get through before we got to Orchid Beach, where we'd all grab some fuel and we'd also have something else to eat because it was the last stop we had on our way to camp for the night. But wouldn't you know it, along that track, my front brake caliper broke again. Well, at least the zip ties that were holding it there broke again. It broke a couple other times on the way here and I was just over it at this point. So I figured once I get to Orchid Beach, I'm going to fix this brake caliper once and for all. I attempted to unbolt the brake line from the caliper itself and be done with it, but the bolt wouldn't come loose. It was so tight and it just started stripping the head of the bolt. So that left me with one other solution.
I can't even cut it.
Go hard. It's half through.
Oh, there we go. Done.
How's that feel, mate?
Bad but good. I don't have to deal with it again. So. Not good because when I get home I gotta fix it. Anyway. It's just getting the whippersnipper ready to go. Oh, mine died anyway. It's riding behind James. His fuel vat has come off. Busted. It's all gone, mate. Well, there's some in it, but not much.
You got a hole in it?
Yeah, it's ripped the lid off.
Damn, bro.
I thought you just ran something over and then I got closer and I'm like, oh, it's his.
Look, here's the strap here. Did a car run over something, did it?
No, it just hit the ground and then, unless it hit something on the way down, but it burst. Just throwing money away. Today's just kicking all of our butts. This is something. Alright, onwards. So we set off once again, hoping that all of our dramas from the day were now behind us. It was only a short run up the beach before we got to the infamous Nagala Rocks section. Now I like to think of Nagala Rocks as a bit of a gatekeeper to the north. A lot of people get put off by this soft section of track, both four drives and bikes, but if you can conquer this 500 metres of soft sand, you get to enjoy the beautiful northern tip of Fraser Island. So for us, not getting through isn't an option. We decided James would go first on the little 300. If all went well and he had no issues getting through, then Bryce would go next, and then I would be last to come through and help out if anyone needed a hand. Now it's hard to tell with these drone shots, but this section here is uphill, and you can see just how soft it is as James makes his way up, and how hard it is to keep that momentum up. James does a pretty good job here in the end, just keeping that power on, keeping the forward momentum going, and he eventually gets through. but not before one more challenge of an oncoming four-wheel drive. It can be a bit hard to know if there's any traffic coming as you head into Nagala Rocks. It can be a bit hard to get out of those wheel tracks of the four-wheel drives as well, but James gets it done and he eventually gets through. Now guys, it's time for Bryce on the big 690. As you can see here, he gets a pretty decent start from the bottom of the hill, but bogs down pretty quickly. He does all that he can do here really, which is just keep that power on and just walk the bike along up the hill. But meanwhile, I'm watching this on the drone and I'm not being filled with too much confidence for my run up the hill next. But I eventually noticed that Bryce seems to be stuck, so now it's my turn. See if I can get up that hill and give him a hand to get through. Alright, it's me and this old girl's turn. James is over, as you would have seen. I'm not sure if Bryce is over yet. He started having a few dramas. He was going a bit slow, still moving but going a bit slow. So I'll just bring the drone back and I'll head on through and see if I can get to him. Maybe he needs a hand, I don't know, he might already be over by the time I get there, but I'm sure it'll be the same for me. Just as soft and hard to do. So soft. What's going on?
Carrying it.
Oh, alright.
Off here.
Just lay it over. Have you tried that?
I was just going to lift it.
Yeah, it'd be harder to lift it if you lay it over first and then pull it out this way. Ready? Lift it this way. I'll help you try and...
My temperature's on and everything. The ABS fault come up before.
Yeah. I'll help you try and push it off. Give it to it. She's soft. You gonna be right?
Probably not, but
you need to get over into the rut here. You want to just drop it down, drag it over, because once you're in the rut, it's a bit more firm. Oh, you want to bring the front around? Ready?
well, we can get the front over.
1, 2, 3. Try and sit on it there and just bounce your way through. If she starts moving at all, just wander on more. Oh, I'm out of breath now.
Oh,
Give it a go and then if I have to stop and help you again, I can. That's it, keep going. Am I still recording? Yes. It is bloody soft though. don't know why, I can keep going a bit quicker. That is soft. It's going to be interesting getting back tomorrow. Oh. Holy dooly! Oh, he's coming, but I had to help him at halfway. Hey, he made it! Yes. Oh, that's good. Well done, mate. Even you slowed up a bit working on the drone.
Yeah, well, I had it head on.
Yeah, I seen you go around a car.
But yeah, it was so soft.
Yeah.
Well, going back's harder. Yeah, it's going to be tough going back.
Dingo just hanging out. So as usual, GoPro stitched me up, so I don't think I have any footage of us getting here to the tip and saying well done to the boys, but we're here. This is the very tippy top of Sandy Cape. We've made it, and Bryce and James have just shot off that way around to the west side, northwest side, where some campgrounds are. See if we can't get a good spot this afternoon and enjoy it. But it's absolutely unreal up here. I love this place. From a bit over a year ago when I was up here last time, it looks just as good. So good. If you come to Fraser Island, you have to get up here. I know Nagala Rocks probably turns a lot of people off. It can be a little bit tough and daunting if you haven't done much sand riding before or driving, but it's 100% worth the effort, guys. Get up here and enjoy the northern tip. One of the most beautiful spots in Australia, I reckon. See if I can catch these boys, set up camp and enjoy a few drinks, watch the sunset. Yeehaw! So all we needed after another epic day of riding was a campsite to match, and man were we spoiled. Campsites don't get much better than this in my eyes. The boys and I got ourselves all set up, enjoyed a few drinks that we managed to fit into our luggage from Orchid Beach, and we just watched the tide roll in, watched another West Coast sunset, and had some laughs over what was an awesome day of riding. So two-wheel adventurers, thanks so much for watching as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It really does help the channel out massively, and I appreciate all of the support. If any of you are interested in supporting the channel in a more direct way, jump into the description below of this video and head over to the website. You guys can grab some merch there and show your support, and as well on the website there's a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. This is basically like Patreon, so you can make donations directly to the channel, and there's also some GPX files over there from my previous rides, which you guys can grab for a couple of dollars, head out on your own adventures, and all that money goes straight back into the channel as well. Now, none of you are going to want to miss the next installment of this Fraser Island adventure. We've still got plenty of action and fun to be had. We've got to start making our way back south on the island, which of course means getting through Nagala Rocks in reverse. And we also stop in to check out some of the more touristy places on Fraser Island. But even before any of that, we find ourselves somewhat stranded due to the tides. So tune in to find out how we get ourselves out. Be sure to ride safe out there on your own two-wheel adventures, and I'll see you all soon for some more fun in the sand.